Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to talk about the IRL Monster Manual. Okay, all right. So you and I are dungeon masters, and Dungeons and Dragons is truly incredible. It really is this incredibly powerful, really truly important, very distinct um, experience that we have that is recursive. It references itself and it references us within it, right? And so one of the things is the Manual of Bodily Health, right? That is a book that you consume, you read it, and it is then inside you, right? These books are magically inside of us. I think that Dungeon Masters and Dragon Masters now carry a new tome, right? It's carried in our minds, hearts, and in our souls, and that is the IRL Monster Manual. We all know what these monster manuals are. We know what the D&D Canon Monster Manual is, and it lists many foes for our Dragon Master characters to fight, right? But I believe that we now have within us, we are writing as a community the IRL Monster Manual. And we as humans have predators, distinct predators that actually come for us. Now, none of those predators are actual animals. Humans now have long arms and short arms, and we can just, shoot a projectile, and that takes care of any lion or any tiger. There are really no, the idea, like, and what I think is really interesting is, like, the idea of Jurassic Park, Jurassic, world, Jurassic Dominion, right? Like these new, Jurassic Park series, it's kind of ludicrous. Like I love those films, I really enjoy them, but the reality is, if we brought back dinosaurs, we could take care of them with a Heckler and Koch and be done. Like it would not really. There's no, like, you could build you could build the best Velociraptors. Those things aren't going to last 5 minutes from any bog standard hunter in Georgia, right? Like in America's state, Georgia, right? They take care of that thing in a weekend. Like they take care of entire packs of them, right? Like, so, but we do have actual predators who in my humble opinion, prey on human beings. And I want to look at them in depth. Now, the reason I want to do this is I just saw an absolutely fantastic film. No spoilers for the film here, for Ishana Night Shyamalan's Watchers film. I absolutely loved it. I highly recommend you go see it. 4 out of 5 star movie. And it talked about this. It talked about humans who are captured by predators, right? And then observed by them, right? And it really opened up this question of what are the predators for humanity? What is the IRL monster manual? The actual monsters we actually need to worry about, right? We as people who participate in Dungeons and Dragons, not our Dragon Master characters and our Dungeon Master characters, right? So let's look at the second category, not a specific monster, but an entire category of monster that is very dangerous and that we really do need to pay attention to in IRL, right? So I've already discussed the first. The first type were cryptids, right? And if you missed that video, go back. It's a really good one, all right? The second is demons, right? So demons are very real, and they very much prey on human beings, right? They have, what do they do? So they inhabit human beings. Now, what kind of what type of humans do they inhabit? Godless ones, right? Demons can absolutely go right into you and inhabit you, and then take you over and use your body, use your intellect, your emotions, and your spirit, right, to do horrible, terrible things, right? Happens all the time. Well, wait a second, Scott. How do demons get into people? Through drugs. That's one way. Many ways. So how does a demon get inside of a person? Well, in my humble opinion, there are many drugs that will open up DMA. Like there's many drugs that will open you up to the spirit realm and allow entities to essentially, you're breaking the barrier between their world and on our world, and they can come right in. They know how to come into you. You don't know how to go into them. Wait a second. There are some people who know how to go into them and how to use demons and how to collaborate with demons. Those are occultists, right? So many occultists, like I think many people end up with demons inside themselves by using drugs, which open them to the spirit realm, and the demons can come right into you because all of your inhibitions are lowered, your intellect is suppressed, your emotions are suppressed, and your spirit is suppressed, right? But also, there are many occultists who actually seek this out, right? They're like, oh, hey, I know demons are real. I'm going to go get one and put it up inside me. It happens all the time, right? Like, now this does get a little bit complicated. Like, people, like, I would say black witches and black warlocks do this on purpose. White witches and white warlocks, right? We're on the side of good, air quotes, right? And red are in the middle, right? Like, so, just like you will find in Dragonlance, many occult, choose good, white, evil, dark, right? So I would say dark witches and light witches. Dark witches do the. Let me fix my language there. Dark witches do this on purpose. Dark witches and warlocks do this on purpose. Light witches and warlocks do this by accident, and they invite in demons all the time. And there are other paths. There are other paths where demons can come into you, right? And, I wish I could discuss those in full length, but, my videos are generally 10 to 20 minutes. There are entire books written on this subject. I'm just giving you the cream of that material, right? But the reality is there is an IRL monster manual, things that hunt humans. I've talked about two categories so far. I've talked about cryptids and I've talked about demons. There are more. But I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for letting me discuss with you the IRL Monster Manual that, in my humble opinion, we are writing into our hearts, minds, and souls right now, right? Please consider subscribing, and have every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. What's important is that I get to hear your humble opinion when you get into the comments below and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.